Greetings, New Zealand naturopath Eric Backer and author of the Psoriasis program. Thanks for tuning into my video today. Today we're going to talk about the 10 best diet tips for psoriasis patients. So if you've got psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis, let's just explain a little bit about some of the best dietary solutions for you to help you really improve this condition. Okay, I've written extensively about this in the psoriasis program. So let's just outline the 10 tips now to get you started, right? So the first tip is to avoid all sugar-containing foods and refined carbohydrates. Now there's a lot of reasons why you need to do this. The most important reason why is because it's going to allow candida yeast infection to proliferate. Also, you'll encourage bad bacteria, coated tongue, bloating, farting, burping. All sorts of gut problems will happen with these sugars. So you want to biff out these sugars out of your diet, get rid of them as much as you can. Focus on fresh foods. 75% of people with bad psoriasis have got a yeast infection, and if you're going to eat sugar-containing foods, you're going to play right into the hand of candida. So stop it. Just stop eating the sugary stuff. Soda drinks, ice cream, candy, all this junk, just get rid of it out of your diet. You don't need this crap. It's all going to contribute to heart disease. It's going to increase, your chances of developing cancer. There's a whole bunch of reasons why you don't want to have a lot of sugar in your diet, okay? Number 2. Eat more complex carbohydrates, especially leafy green vegetables. Leafy green vegetables contain lots of different kinds of fibers that help to build beneficial bacteria. They bulk up the stool. Leafy greens also contain tons of the right kind of minerals and vitamins that your skin needs to heal, especially folic acid and magnesium. Okay, B vitamins, biotin. There's a whole bunch of stuff in leafy greens that are going to really help to encourage very good intestinal health and skin health. So, there's lots of good foods you can eat. Broccoli, celery, the allium family like spring onions, there's spinach. There's a whole lot of stuff that you might want to consider, eating. You're going to read a lot more about this on the psoriasisprogram.com, particularly if you have a look at the books I've written. 13 books as part of this program, which can give you a ton more information. Number 3, eliminate sweet, fresh fruits during the first weeks of the diet. Why? Well, again, you're taking in too much fructose and sucrose and you're encouraging, again, yeast. All right, so all these sugary kind of sweet fruits like grapes and bananas and pineapple, they're not really the best kind of a thing to eat when you've got bad psoriasis, especially with flare-ups. A green apple, maybe kiwi and some blueberries. These are kind of fruits that you want to think about. Number 4. Eliminate starchy vegetables during the first several weeks of the diet if you have digestive problems especially. So if you've got constipation or diarrhea or gas or bloating or lots of burping, I want you to avoid pumpkins and squash and potatoes, all right? High sugary containing foods. Try and get rid of these starchy carbohydrates out of your diet for the first 2 weeks especially. It's going to make a big difference. Focus on the greens and get rid of these starchy stuff, especially if you eat a lot of potatoes, all right? Number 5, eliminate the nightshade family of vegetables as a trial to see if any aggravations occur. And these include tomatoes, capsicums, chili, eggplant, and potatoes. So these foods are what we call solanaceous or nightshades. They contain a chemical called alkaloid in them, solanine. And solanine in particular can cause a lot of inflammation. It can upregulate certain parts of your immune system and cause the skin to become dry and itchy, okay? It can create pain and redness in joints for some people and in the skin. So please, just for a few weeks, avoid this particular class of vegetables. Dr. John Pagano, the author of Healing Psoriasis, wrote at length about, the solanaceous. I've experimented with hundreds and hundreds of psoriasis patients and found not everybody, but many patients benefited significantly when we took tomatoes out of the diet, when we took bell peppers out, eggplants or chilies. There could be one of these foods that you're eating a lot of. Get rid of it as a trial for about a month or 6 weeks to see if it makes a difference, all right? Especially if you've got a flare-up. Number 6, reduce animal proteins in general, like lamb, fish, chicken, turkey, and eggs. Okay, those are preferred over beef and pork. So beef and pork are not the best if you've got psoriasis. Lamb is one of the best proteins to eat because it's what we call a low reactive protein, all right? It doesn't usually cause a problem with the immune system. Nor does chicken. Free-range chicken and lamb and fresh fish are some of the best proteins you can eat with psoriasis. I'm not talking farmed salmon. I'm not talking canned fish. I'm talking fresh ocean fish, oily fish, mackerel, tuna, sardines. These are quite good fishes to eat. Sardines packed, for example, in a can in spring water are quite good as quite a good protein to have. All right, the omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. The bones of the fish contain calcium. There's a lot of benefits you're going to have from sardines in your diet. 7. Try to reduce wheat and gluten as a trial. Eat brown rice instead, quinoa, buckwheat. Nuts you can eat, but no peanuts and seeds, all right? So I want you to try, again, as a trial to get rid of wheat and gluten out of your diet. Rye, barley, spelt, and wheat, get rid of these. Oats are usually okay because they contain low amounts of gluten, but just as a trial. You don't need to take everything out of your diet at once, like all the solanaceous, all the gluten, all this sort of stuff. You can do it bit by bit, all right? And just see what happens. Number 8, eat as much fresh and unprocessed food as you can. Buy fresh, make fresh, eat fresh. I grow most of my own vegetables and fruits. I've got my own bees, so I really try and get the best, highest quality nutrition into my diet. And I think you can do the same. Right? I haven't got psoriasis, but if I had psoriasis, I would eat nothing processed at all. Nothing in bottles or packets or tins, cans. I get rid of all that crap. I would just eat fresh food and make fresh food. And when you do that, you're going to find an amazing improvement in your skin, all right? And that's without even talking about creams or pills or potions or anything at all. Just fresh food. Number 9, this is a real big one. Avoid all alcohol and preferably as much tea and coffee as possible. If you can't stop drinking alcohol, you might as well shut this video down now. I can't help you, okay? I've helped thousands of people with psoriasis over the last 27 years. But if someone's resistant, to stopping alcohol, if they say to me, look, I just can't do it, I can't help them. I really can't help them. If you're serious about overcoming psoriasis and getting your flare-ups to a minimum, you just have to stop alcohol. There's no if, buts, or maybes. If you can't do it, I'm not going to be able to help you, okay? And number 10, be sure to drink plenty of fresh and clean water every day. It's going to make a huge difference. And of course I could go on and on, like 11, don't smoke, and don't take prescription drugs or recreational drugs, get plenty of sleep, but these are more lifestyle practices, okay? So the fresh water, the fresh vegetables, avoiding processed stuff, eating good quality proteins on a regular basis. These are very smart moves for you to incorporate into your diet as part of your quest to have beautiful skin. You can have good skin with psoriasis, okay? It takes time and commitment and working out. So the psoriasis diet, which I've just outlined, is just a very brief example of the information you're going to get in the psoriasis program. It took me a long time to put the program together. There are 13 separate books. There are 2 books alone just on diet. There's an introduction into the psoriasis diet, and there's a whole book on the psoriasis diet, over 100 pages just on diet and nutrition alone. It's a 3-stage diet. It's an antifungal diet. It's a cleansing diet, and you're going to feel fantastic when you incorporate that. So if you're serious about getting rid of psoriasis, think about getting the best natural program available anywhere online, and that's called the Psoriasis Program. All right? You'll get that from the psoriasisprogram.com. Thanks for tuning into my video today.